Hello everyone who chose group number 4 for Should I Stay or Go from the current job I'm in. This is a tarot card reading brought to you by Imagination. Before we dive into your cards and our housekeeping notes, we'll begin with a acknowledgement of where this video has been recorded. We'll see you shortly. In the spirit of respect, reciprocity, and truth, we honor and acknowledge that together we live, work, and play on this land of the people of traditional Treaty 7 territory. The Blackfoot Confederacy, Siksika Kanai Pikani. The Tsuut'ina Nations, Iarhe Nakoda, and Region 3 Métis Nation of Alberta. So welcome everyone who chose group 4. You chose the death card, Lucifer. So overall your reading is definitely going to be about transformation, it seems. Let's begin with housekeeping. I consider myself to be an R-rated reader. That means we could talk about sexual content, we may talk about graphic material, and it is most likely that I will swear. I love my curse words. Second bit of housekeeping. Actually, sorry, I forgot that part. If those things are offensive to you, this is your warning, so that you can change the video. The second thing is that y'all know this be a general reading. Please take it with a grain of salt when considering your career. As with all general readings, if a message resonates for you, certainly consider it. If something doesn't, then leave it be. Furthermore, consider supporting your readers, your astrologers, your intuitives. Getting a one-to-one consultation is the best way for a service provider like that to connect with your energy and to provide you the most accurate messages possible. So let's get into it. We're going to shuffle this deck until Fallout cards come out. That's going to be the signal to me that the deck is ready to look at different pathways, plus some extra messages that we need to know, okay? So we're going to look at staying where you are, going somewhere else, and if there's any extra considerations we need to know about. If things still need clarification, we have more cards off screen to use, so don't worry about that. Let's get into it. Group number 4. Oh, you're so ready. 2 of Wands reversed. So this card's going to represent yourself. Put this over here. Slide them over. Positives of staying, positives of going. Info. Challenges, pathway going forward. Underneath the deck, 2 of Cups reversed. So, my dears, this could very much be that maybe some relationships have ended as well, that may be spurring the desire to look at whether you should stay or go in job. Maybe you were working with this individual, maybe not. Maybe it's just a breakup and you're like, hey, I just even want to not be in the same town as you. But there seems to be an unknown of what we should be really be manifesting, and that's because you're in a space of feeling depleted emotionally. So let's check you overall. 3 of Pentacles reversed. So if this is not a romantic-based relationship, it could be that you just hate fucking working with the people that you're working with overall. And that you don't feel like you have good relationships with them, and that needs to change. So let's look at the staying. How very interesting. So, group 4. I think the job that you're in, and only if this resonates for you, is a job that you really wanted, something that you wished for. Maybe it aligns with your career, or is, you know, something that you were very excited to be doing. And yet, the challenge is you were caught in making a decision. You're caught between two ideas. Probably one about this douchebag and about the fact that you love the job, or that it's the job that you were wishing for. Because this talks about it's really difficult to be making a choice. You're caught between two things, and it seems like overall there is a fucking douchebag. Again, maybe you were dating someone in the office. If you're not dating someone or broken up with someone in the office, it could be a superior boss that's just like toxic. It could be someone else. Either way, I get this notion here that someone's a fucking jerk. And this sucks because it's ruining your work environment, which is a job that you really fucking wanted. So again, that could be because of relationship, or romantic relationship, or relationship elsewise. Let's explore going somewhere else. No, you stay there. So, going somewhere else will help you feel more balanced. Probably because you'll be distanced from King of Cups douchery, whomever that to be, or multiples of be. So it will help you rebalance yourself. You'll feel like you're able to refill this cup that's super depleted, and you'll be able to give and receive more wholly and fully. The challenge, of course, is the moon cards. So this again talks about duality between doing what everyone tells you to do, the tamed dog, the domesticated dog, or doing what you believe you should do, the wild and untamed, going with your gut instinct kind of thing, the feralness. Now, the moon card here is very much also about needing the subconscious or the emotional realm coming to light by the light of the full moon. This crayfish coming up from the depths, this bottom feeder, who sees the full moon and goes, "Oh, hello, light, should come up there, looks nice." So some things coming up in your subconscious or from your emotional realm may continue to surface even if you go somewhere else, okay? You may start to get into balance, but this kind of stuff can go with you. It may be the best way to say that. And the Magician reversed. You may not feel totally empowered by going somewhere else. Maybe it's also not the type of work that you want to be doing, because the Magician is like, I have the mastery to do this. And this may talk about doing something that's outside of the scope of your mastery, or not entirely what you want to do. You have the skill sets to do, but not exactly your jam, which really sucks because it seems like the job that you're at now is definitely what you wanted to do, something that you had been wishing for. So let's check. Interesting. So, with the Wheel of Fortune, the King of Wands, and the Queen of Swords, this is difficult. We'll definitely need clarifiers, because on one hand it's like, I'm having a shit time. Times are not good. But it also can talk about, like, this is also part of its timing, the downtime of the wheel, the unfortunate time. This is an unfortunate situation that you are finding yourself in, and you are caught between, this can go two ways. This could be like the passion that you had with another individual and having to do what's logically correct. This can also be like having to go above and beyond the dynamic and talking it out with superiors to try and address the situation. That may be a very uncomfortable thing if it was like a office relationship, romantic kind of scenario. If it is about going to superiors, they're in the upright position, and that means they would be supportive. Definitely individuals who will be logical, who will be fair, but who will also be compassionate. But it could also be that, like, if we were to see this between as a dynamic of you and the other individual douchebaggery, then it could be that one was a playa type, very charismatic, very like confident, able to kind of be alluring with their magnanimous energy. And I see this as yourself, as being more logic-minded, more into communication, and more talking. And so maybe there's this clash, and you wanting to be like, we can find a way to make this work, and he's just like this big presence that's gonna fucking drive you insane. So, it doesn't have to be a he either. I'm sorry that I said a gendered word. That's not the intention. We need clarification, so much clarification. So we need to find out about every which way. Every which way! Tell me about staying at the job. 2 of Wands. This is important. Tell me more, tell me more. 5 of Wands, conflict, King of Air. It's like this counterpart. So being logical, being discerning, putting up boundaries, boundaries is possible to maybe stay here. Boundaries would need to be set. You'd have to be able to divorce yourself from emotions and be able to like stand your ground and look at it from a logical perspective, making the committed choice that the job is more important than getting away from someone who's hurt your feelings or who's broken your heart, something that's causing you conflict and turmoil though. And so there would need to be a healing process there. Tell me about going to a different job. Tell me. King of Wands reversed. That's this. Important to note. 8 of Wands reversed. I definitely see this as like, okay, don't do it. I'm just going to say don't do it. Take it with a grain of salt, okay? I'm not the be-all, end-all. But King of Wands reversed, it's not fulfilling. It feels like, again, the Magician reversed. This isn't your jam if you go somewhere else. In fact, it's like almost giving in, letting the fact that someone else and the emotional hurt and the dynamic push you away from your dream job. Fuck that. Okay? 8 of Wands reverse. This is why I say just don't go. Don't go. You need to find a way to be able to be in your dream job and process the dynamic, and it's definitely going to be mental work, which is tied into emotional work and all that jazz, and anger work. Definitely could be about working with a therapist and finding techniques to do so, but don't let this make you give up this. That's my personal take on it. You can choose what you like. Running out of battery. Running out of juice. So we've got the Empress, the Knight of Cups reversed, the World, and the Wheel of Fortune, which is there. So, stand in your power. Be a fucking boss. Definitely. That's how I feel. That area, you need to be a boss. You need to be an independent woman. You need to be like, I'm gonna fucking do what's best for me. Fuck y'all. Fuck everyone else. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna need the emotional processing. Okay? That's gonna be a part of graduating to Empress energy. Lovely freeze frame. You are being called to close this chapter. Transformation. Close this chapter with whatever this is. There will be the need to emotionally heal. Yes, it will take time. You will need to set boundaries, but be your empowered self. Do what's best for you, not about running away or trying to avoid some emotional difficulty. We gotta shut that shit down because it's time to do so. In fact, I think part of the stuff with that earlier Wheel of Fortune reversed is that you're having a shit time, and doing that work on yourself, prioritizing yourself, setting boundaries, being able to heal the emotional stuff. It's not repressing it and pushing it away, divorcing kind of thing. And I know I used that word earlier, but it's the idea that you can eventually look at the scenario objectively and it no longer hurt you, and you get to continue doing what you wish to be doing. And it's all about you being empowered, being an empress, being in the good times, being in the successful times, completing a chapter, fucking mic dropping that douchebag. So because my battery ran out, which it always seems to do when I do 4 groups, we're gonna get last bit of advice. Try to do it up here. I know. So awkward. Again, 2 of Wands. So you still may be in this space of like, I'm really not sure what to do, even after having this reading. That's understandable. The emotions definitely are heavy and at play here. That King of Cups. Don't go. You're gonna have to heal from the wounds. Don't, I didn't realize it froze. Good Lord, everything is just crapping out for you here. I'm so sorry. Heal your emotions. Don't let that douchebag drive you away. Stand where you are. Don't leave, because that's giving your power away. Take the time to heal from the wounds that exist from this experience. You can heal. You have healed before, and you will heal this time. Don't go seeking new opportunities. You're where you want to be. So don't let this fuckery, this shit, this stuff that has happened, which is very unfortunate, and I'm so sorry that it has happened to you. It's definitely not a lovely experience. It's something that I can empathize about the pain of it. It will be difficult to process, to get to a space where seeing that individual in your environment will not be affecting you mentally, emotionally, I was going to say angrily, yeah, sure, all those things. But if where you are at job-wise is your dream job, prioritize yourself and come out on top. That's my advice. So, group number 4, that is your reading, my dears, and sorry about all the technical kerfuckery, which happens every time. This has been your reading, and please consider doing all those likes, shares, subscribes, things that help out the channel. It's always very much appreciated. If you also have Instagram, you can check me out over there by the same name, Imagination Witch. And there's more tarot readings and occult stuff and astrology, etc. Witchery too. You can check out my website, imaginationwitch.com, if you'd like to see more services that I offer. And on the screen now there should be some extra tarot readings from my channel that you may be interested in checking out. So please have a look if they resonate. Until next time, Group 4, I wish you the best.